Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the Cozy Corner Book Nook. Today, we are going to be looking at a very important book to me. I feel like this book is the one that every child should read and they should use throughout their whole life. So if you have a copy of it, go get it, and then we're going to read it together. The name of it is How Full Is Your Bucket? Let's open it and find out what it's about. Felix was putting on one of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scowled. "Go away. You're too little." That doesn't seem very nice. "I'm big," said his sister. "Stay back. You'll knock it over." "I can be very careful," she said. "Go away. Play with your baby toys, Anna." Oh, Anna doesn't feel very happy. She's thinking some mean thoughts. And she then knocked over his tower. "Grandpa!" Grandpa shook his head. "Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad. But when it's full, she feels great. Did you ever notice your own bucket?" Invisible bucket? Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his grandfather was joking. But the next morning, when Felix woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. "I've got a meeting this morning, and it's almost time to go. Anna, sit still." Oh, here's Felix trying to get some cereal out of the cabinet. Felix slipped, and cocoa wheat scattered across the floor. "Felix!" yelled his mom. "You should have used the stool to reach that." Felix could feel his bucket tip, and a big, invisible drop spilled out. Drip, drip. "Ha ha!" Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. Drip. "Get the broom and clean that up before you miss the bus," scowled Mom. With the school bus honking, Felix quickly swept the cocoa wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin. But before he could even take one bite, Buster, the dog, jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. There goes another drop from his bucket. "Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like that." Drip. There goes another drop. "Psst, Felix, psst." Ooh, they're talking behind his back. That made him lose another drop of water. "Watch out, Shrimp." He called him a mean name, and that made him lose another drop. It was still morning, and Felix's bucket was almost empty. Oh, he has a very angry face on. Doesn't look very happy. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped that they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Felix slumped down in his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumpernickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper. He could barely look. "Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class?" Felix grinned, and he felt a big drop land right in his bucket. Oh my goodness, the class grew quiet. They laughed at all the right places, and they oohed at the scary parts. When Felix finally read, "The end," everyone clapped. Even Emily, who sat next to him, and she didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. Drop, drop, plop, pleep, plop, ploop, ploop. His bucket's getting fuller. Team captains today are Veronica and Felix. There goes another drop. His mother wrote him a note and left it in his lunchbox. That gave him another drop. Nice work. Looks like a good cow. It's supposed to be a dog. Well, nice colors there, Felix. Oh, he got another drop. Cool laser ant backpack, Felix. And another drop. By the afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized that his grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. She has a bucket, and she has a bucket, and he has a bucket. They all have buckets on their heads. Let me help you. Drop, drop. Hey, here's your baseball. Catch. Drop, drop, drop. Hi, I'm Felix. Is it your first day? Yes, I'm Amir. Drop, drop. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in somebody else's bucket, he felt another drop in his own bucket. When Felix burst through the door after school, he shouted, "You're right, Grandpa. I do have a bucket, and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. "Bad dog," he almost scolded. But then he thought, dogs might have an invisible bucket too. "Your dog will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her. Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the world with my blocks?" And so they did. Felix learned an important lesson on what he can do to help others be happy and how he can be kind to everybody. We have to remember that everybody has their own invisible bucket, and it's our job to help fill people's buckets up. We should be bucket fillers by doing and saying kind things, not be a bucket dumper. That's somebody who does something that's mean or rude, and they dip out of your bucket. We don't want to be bucket dippers. We want to be bucket fillers. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you guys later.